Hello and welcome to video 6. Here we have our mixed up bucket of multi-finish which I've mixed up in the previous video. Just going around the edges, making sure it's all off the side. Spot board's dried out a little bit, so I'm going to go over the spot board once again. Just a little bit amount of water. Just a fraction on there to top it up. All the way round. Jobs out there. Brush in the bucket. Griller tubs. These griller tubs, or sometimes known as rhino tubs, easy. 2 handles, very flexible bucket. Simple. Even for the bigger ones. Lift it up, drop down, one knee, straight up. On there, on the spot board. On the side, like so. Looking to get all of that out of there, as much as you can out there. Now normally, you would ideally you want to clean that out with clean water only, which would mean a trip from here to a tap, hose pipe, water supply anywhere. But what I do when I'm in somebody's house, and I want to confine myself to one room only, and not leave a trail of mucky, dusty, plastery footprints from your room down their carpet and through their back garden, I use my water bucket to clean out. So I clean my bucket trowel off yet again in there. Then what I actually do, I take my water bucket and I tip some into the bucket, like so. And then you are looking to clean the bucket out with the water. It's a bit difficult this height. Clean that out best you can. It doesn't have to be immaculately clean. As long as you mixed up the plaster with the water, enough to thin it totally out, you've added water to plaster. Even though at this stage where it's still loose, you can still thin it out with water. So you're basically working that out like that, clean it all the way around, tip this back into your water bucket. Right. Now you can leave that bucket. That's not perfectly clean, but you can leave that until you can get back to your water supply, and then where you can clean it out properly. That's what I do, saves me no end of time. So let's get that out of the way. Now, obviously every time you do that, you are contaminating your water with dirty plaster water. I would say you could probably do that process 4 or 5 times before you wanted to actually change this water with some clean water. Simple as that. Right then, ready for plastering. I'm going to put that there for now. So once again, you want to look into wet up the hawk. To be honest, it's not too bad from last time. So mix that up. Trowel's alright, you can use the moisture that's on the hawk to wet the trowel up. Don't need to brush the trowel against it, not. Yeah? That's fine, it'll do, yeah? When taking this plaster off the board onto the fork, I'll slow it down as much as I can for you, under the board, square to the board. Yeah? Push the corner of the pile off. Don't all this crap over here, just push the corner off, like that. Yeah? I know some plasterers, will prime up the hawk. You don't need to. Yeah? By the time you've flicked it round a couple of times, it's primed, ready to go. Ceiling, wall. Just get the feel of it, just get it on the hawk, just get the feel of the material. That's mixed up stiff. It's not going to drop off. Yeah? Not going to drop off. Yeah? Just get used to feeling it in your hand, spinning the trowel around, keeping it on the board, keeping it on your hawk. The more you put on there, the more careful you've got to be with it. You've got a lot of plaster on there, you've got a lot of matching, you've got a wall on there. Obviously if he's doing your walls, you'd be coming on that stage or whatever. Up near the top. It's very thick, very workable. Got a small amount of plaster on there. Obviously the hawk becomes lighter. You're going to need that amount of plaster on there when you're touching in around your edges. I will in later videos show you about how to lay it on as fast as possible, as efficiently as possible, the right amount of plaster to have on the hawk when you're loading up, touching in, blah blah blah. But I just wanted to show you that, just to get it onto the board and show you what to do basically. When you've used all the plaster up, i.e. then you'd be looking to roll out your board. Whatever remaining plaster you've got on there, you can either scrape it all up and chuck it to separate away, but it's still going to leave you a small amount on there. So when you finish with your plaster, you'd be looking to essentially plaster the spot board with the plaster that's on there to flan it out. Any questions? Give us a bell. Roll it out, that's it. That's what you do at the end. And obviously then, when you use that plaster out, and whatever's left on the board, you overdo it, rub it out, thin it out, flan it out, use the brush, rub it in, so it keeps your board. You must keep your board clean when you've used the plaster off there, otherwise if you let that go off on there, it's a nightmare. You've got to get that off there before it's gone off. That will last probably about 30 minutes on there before it's rock hard, if that, so you've got to get moving. Again, just practice that trowel movement, flick it on, yeah? Just flick it on, just flick it about, just get the feel of it. On the horse, ceiling, whatever, just get the feel of it, just work it up so you're comfortable with it, and that's it.